over in Oxford and saying, what do we need to do to get more boys into ballet? You know, I wonder. And I'm not saying it's impossible. So hello, my name is Alan O'Donoghue. I'm a teacher. I found out today I live 3 hours and 45 minutes away from here. Hopefully it'll take slightly less on the way home. And I hope you're sitting near somebody, because I want to try and make this an interactive presentation if possible. I don't always just sit there and fall asleep. So I really want to try and give you some ideas about how to engage and inspire the digital creators of tomorrow. Now, if you're a teacher, you're going to find some of this is going to be highly relevant. But if you're not a teacher, just try to imagine that you are a teacher, because I actually believe everybody's a teacher. If you've ever shown somebody how to do something or given somebody an idea, then you're a teacher. You don't have to go to college for 4 or 5 years to become a teacher, and you don't have to apologise for not being a teacher. People say to me all the time, look, I'm sorry, I'm not a teacher, but I don't know why they're apologising. So, my first question to you is, what's the best resource that you think a teacher has available to them? If you're a teacher, what's the best resource you have available to you? And I'm going to give you about a minute. And can you see if the person who's sat closest to you agrees with you? That means you've now got 55 seconds left. 30 seconds. What's the best resource a teacher has available to them? You're going quiet, so I'm going to shorten the time. So we've got 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to stop. Now, I haven't got time to take in all of your answers, but when I've done this kind of thing before, some people said, oh, iPads, yeah. I knew from the moment I got iPads in my classroom, it was going to totally transform the way I'm teaching. And other people have said, oh, I've applied for them free Google Raspberry Pis because I know as soon as I get them, I'm going to be totally set up and my lessons are going to be amazing. But I know that some of you will have said, actually, you are the best resource you have if you're a teacher, because a really effective teacher, an outstanding teacher, can teach with something as simple as a board duster, and I don't just mean throwing it at people, or a paper cup, you know, or nothing, or just fresh air, because you don't have to have, it's wonderful, I've got a home, I've got screens and Raspberry Pis and Pibrellas and Monk Mix kits and Minecraft and Sonic, I've got all these things, but I don't have to have them to make computing engaging and inspiring. So I want to show you some ideas. Now, I was hoping to use Wi-Fi today, and it's just not worked very well for me, so if you get a chance to go later on, there's a link there to the notes that I've used to prepare my presentation. And sadly, I've had to use PowerPoint today. I thought about 2 years ago I was going to have to stop using it in my teaching, but I'm going to use it today. So I'm going to try and give you 6 ideas if I can fit them in the time that we have available. So pedagogy before technology. I think there is an obsession at the moment. If you're on Twitter and here's an app you can use and here's another app and it's going to be all about having the technology, and it's not really. It's about the teacher. It's about the teacher facilitating, enabling all these things to happen. You are the person who's going to transform your teaching, not whatever app or technology or somebody just created this new thing for the Raspberry Pi. So I'm going to go through this list. I can skip that first one now. Now, some of the children I teach think I'm crazy, and the rest of them know that I am. Because they have a different experience when they're in my classroom. They now stop putting their hands up because they just know what's going to happen. So this is what used to happen. Oh, what's the matter? My computer's not working. Oh, well, what are you trying to make it do? Well, I'm trying to log in. Oh, so what have you done so far? Well, I typed in my password. Now, at this point, I've spotted that they put a space in somewhere that they shouldn't have done, or something like that, or their screen's not plugged in, or whatever it is. I say, oh, I can see what you've done. And the child goes, what is it? I say, I wonder if the person sat next to you can see what it is, because it's screaming out at me. And then they go, oh, do you know what? I know what it is. And a lot of the time, as soon as they tell me what the problem is, they've actually solved it themselves. Or it could be, my computer's not working. What do you mean? Is the mouse working? Oh yeah, you turn it over. Well, it's about teaching them how to problem solve, which is to make them a little bit more resilient. So when they ask me a question, or they ask for help, they'll actually get from me another question. We have a thing in Ireland, we say that you can always tell a Kerry man because he answers a question with a question. Well, I'm not from Kerry, but I'm proud to do that. So the thing's like, well, what are you trying to do? Why is it not doing what you want? Have you tried looking around the back? What do you think this cable is? And it even means sometimes I'm acting like a bit of an idiot. Like, well, should we have so many cables here? And it almost makes the child feel like, that stupid computing teacher, I fixed it myself. And then the next time when somebody else says, oh, mine's not working, I wonder is it the same thing? Has somebody sabotaged your computer? I wonder if that's happened. So that's question with a question. You don't have to be a teacher, you don't have to apologise for not being a teacher, just try it with somebody, even at home. The washing machine's not doing what it's supposed to do. Now, you don't really want to come across as a smart so-and-so, but you might go, yeah, that's odd. I wonder, have you tried something? And you're almost coaching the person to help them solve the problem themselves. Children have stopped putting their hands up now. Because the other thing they used to do, they put their hand up and say, what was I going to say then? I've forgotten. They say, I've got a problem in mind. It keeps saying I've got a syntax error. I said, well, why have you put your hand up to tell me? Because I want you to fix it for me. No, that's not my job. What I'll do is when you fixed it, then put your hand up and call me over and we'll go, yeah, like that. So don't tell me there's a problem, tell me when you fixed it. Now, debugging, problem solving skills. Oh gosh, that could be potentially really boring. I don't know if you've seen, there's a video I like to use from a Scottish comedy series where there's two gentlemen in a lift and it's a voice activated lift. And the floor that they want to go to, we'd say 11, they say 11. And the lift hasn't got a clue what they're saying, and they try saying an English accent, they try saying an American accent, and the lift still doesn't understand. And for some people, their first experience of text-based programming is like that. Print! I'm telling you to print! Do exactly... And a lot of people will just give up because it's too tough. So instead, I try and create opportunities to show children things that may not work straight away. So for example, I might say, no, I hadn't planned for this, so I need to swap the display over for a second. I wonder, has somebody sabotaged my computer? Now the display's plugged in and everything, and it should do. This was unscripted, by the way. So arrangement, mirror. Good. Okay, so right, I had something I wanted to show you before break, but I've just tried running it and it doesn't do exactly what I want. Do you know what? There might actually be a problem in that. I can see something. I wonder if, while you're waiting there, I wonder if you can see. Do you know what we need to do for a minute? Actually, we need to pause first of all. I want you to think. What do you think the purpose of this thing is? What do you think it's going to achieve? Now, I've never taught any programming before or anything. What do you think the point of this is? But don't tell me, because you might be wrong. And you might tell me, and we'll go, that's completely the wrong answer. And that would be horrible and humiliating for you. So instead, you might be right. Whisper to your partner, I think what it's supposed to do is it. And your partner will go, oh yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. Or they'll go, no. So have a conversation with your partner. You've got 30 seconds. What's the point of this? What's it going to do? That's all we know. What does this do? What function does it serve? What's the outcome going to be? Now you've got about 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, one simple measure I'm demonstrating to you right now. You're actually helping me because you've carried on talking. And I did the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the reason you carried on talking was because you actually wanted to finish that conversation you were having. That's how I'm trying to demonstrate to you engagement. I do find sometimes in my lessons, I have to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.5, 0.3. Come on, everybody! And I say, what's the matter? Why are we talking? Because we're enjoying it, sir. We want to finish this thing, and that's how you know there's good high levels of engagement. Now, so I'm hoping you had a discussion with your partner about what you think it might be. Now, I have a hint, I have a hunch that you might know what the outcome of this would be. Just assume this is working perfectly. What do you think it's going to do?
As far as I'm concerned, it's going to wait for you to press yes.
Okay.
It's going to pick a random choice from your list and print the result out and then go around again.
And what would the choice be?
Why?
You think the choice would be Y, so it's going to print Y
No, it's going to be whatever's in the list, heads or tails.
Ah, okay. So have you ever seen something like this before? We're choosing between heads or tails? Right, before computers were invented, and before we had PayPal, and other sort of online payment services are available as well, we used to have these things called coins, okay? And you could flip it. Which do you choose?
Heads.
Sorry, it was tails. Okay. But that's the point of this. But however, when I went down to have my break, somebody in the class has been in, they've sabotaged. So it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. I think there's a problem there I need to change. Just discuss it with your partner. See how many. In fact, count a number. I'm sure there's going to be 2. Are there 10? There's things in there I need to change. Just have a conversation with your partner. You've got 10 seconds. Tell them a number. How many things do we need to change or fix? 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to stop. Now, because I'm a bit nervous talking to a bunch of people, there's like 30, 40 people here. I'm not used to doing that. I forgot to be really clear about my instructions. And what I really want you to do is to tell the person a number. Like you're going to say 2 or 4. They're going to go, no, 3. Now, can I ask, what number did you get?
We're on 5 or 6.
5 or 6. 5 or 6.
We'll say 6.
6, okay. Anybody got more than 6? You got more than 6? No! Did you see what happened? She went, and what about you got? She went, no. Now, this is a real shame. That blog post I mentioned before about getting more boys into ballet, I have 3 girls in my year 11 GCSE computing class, and these 3 girls are amazing what they can do. They're 3 completely different individuals. One of these girls is obsessed about Minecraft. She's actually got boys in the class onto Minecraft because they keep thinking maybe there's something to Minecraft that they haven't seen, and she finds it so amazing. There's another girl in the class that even mentioned Minecraft to her. She's like, oh, that's just like so geeky. I don't want anything to do with it. And there's another girl in the class you'd hardly know she's there because she's so quiet. And like we did a GCSE practice exam recently, and afterwards I said, how did that go? She said, oh, I think it was terrible. Absolutely. She got the highest result in the class. She got 92% in the exam. The other girl, who, fingers crossed, may get a D at GCSE, was sat next to a boy in the class, and this boy in the class, and he did something like that, just like I did, except his had about 250 lines to do the same sort of thing. And this girl in the class, who doesn't have a very high self-esteem of herself, she did something like that in about 3 lines, and she put her hand up, and I said, what's the matter, is it not working? And she said, no, it's just, mine's rubbish. And I said, what do you mean? It says heads or tails. She says, yeah, but look at Terry.